Yep, it's exactly. That's not Will. That's Will.
Oh, Iron Brew. There we go. Right.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good early afternoon.
Early afternoon, yeah.
Early afternoon.
Hi. How's
Hi.
it going? So, yes, welcome everyone to Game One Players Our podcast with myself, Will McKellar, aka La Tea Maker, with James Atkinson.
Good morning. Sorry, I got a text message from somebody. I had to look at it.
That's all right, no worries. And of course, even though he's going to be silent at the moment or two, just in case, it's the coffee night. Oh, well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a coffee night, so...
Coffee night might be tired this morning. Also, coffee night is. I almost want to be like, what's the? It's like Code Monkey. Code Monkey like Fritos. Code Monkey like Mountain Dew. Yes, but yeah, Chris may be along. He may not be. We'll just turn the image off now. Also, funny thing, us in the preload like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, like, there's like the viewership jumped when I clicked go live and like we transitioned from the pre-stream to the actual stream. The viewership jumped. Don't ask me how. Hello, bots. By the way, if that's you, we love you. If you're okay, bots. If you're not, what are you doing here? Get the hell out. We don't like you.
It may be the bots ratting on people for the DM. For the DM.
Oh shit! It's the cops, guys. It's the cops. Be cool. Be cool. Be cool.
What has gone on with my camera on your stream?
Oh, there's a thing when for whatever reason now, whenever your Hangout call, if I like minimize the image, see?
Yeah. Oh.
You disappear.
That's
so Will always has to be up on one of my screens. Luckily, I have multiple screens for him to be up on.
Which is good news.
Well, very good
for me and my ego anyway. Right. So we're going to talk about stuff and things. We've got a little bit of a content dump. We're kind of in a sort of a holding pattern just in case a couple of people turn up today. So if they're here, fantastic. If they're not, well, I have James as company. And he's awesome.
And I can fill, and obviously, if you want me to talk to you guys about Football Manager for 20 to 30 minutes, I absolutely can do that. Crafty, good morning.
Hi, Robin. So, we do have a couple of bits of content dump to do, so let's just get straight into it then. And it's to do with money, as the games industry invariably is. And it's EA. EA are trying to get out of paying money. They are trying to circumvent the law because they don't want to pay money for being bad people and utter arseholes that we know they are. And it is EA to appeal the Dutch FIFA loot boxes ruling following a €10 million fine.
That's pretty steep.
It could have been a lot steeper, to be fair.
I mean, yeah.
The ruling is set in a mid-October ruling. Judges of the Court of The Hague authorized the Netherlands Gambling Authority enforcement of the fine, first imposed in 2019 and published this week. It was published yesterday, the 30th of October. Now, EA has 3 weeks from the date of the order, which is October 15th, to change the way FIFA 19, FIFA 20, FIFA 21 works in the country. So, in effect, it has 1 week to make a change to its most recent FIFA games. If it refuses to make a change, EA must pay €500,000 per week, up to a maximum penalty of 10 million in fines.
There's a problem for a lot of Dutch FIFA streamers now.
Yet they can't do their Ultimate Team because Ultimate Team is gambling. Oh dear.
So if I'm FIFA, if I'm EA, there's an easy fix. You just shut
Mhm.
off the loot boxes for them.
Yeah, Blizzard have. Valve and 2K Games all have done it.
Well, yeah, and then if I'm also EA, I stop shipping games to the Netherlands.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not a revenue
FIFA
source
loot
anymore.
boxes.
If we're gonna get sued,
Mm,
there you go.
change it. Change it
That's
around.
or it, well, let's be honest here. EA is not changing their business practice. They're not gonna not have these things be in the game because they know it's a proven revenue source. Now, granted,
Exactly.
they could take the FIFA points out of it and still make it so you could buy it with coins that you earn in game to get the packs. So it's all in game currency. But then you're putting the Dutch players at a disadvantage. It because let's be honest, people will spend money. There's entire streamers who have built a career of getting donations, taking those donations, rolling on the gotcha, getting the players, and then playing with that team. There's an entire subculture of that. Do I watch some of those videos? Yes, because I'm mildly interested in soccer. One of the guys who I actually have a modicum of respect for, named Zwe, is
Mm.
he actively goes out and buys and reviews the best players cards that come out and gives you an honest opinion and will tell you you should not spend your money on this. You don't go and grind for this. Don't go for like he tries to like give people like so like here's a card that's really good but it's worth a lot of money if you either try to buy it off the auction system using your in-game currency or try and buy it from the gotcha or buy it from the gotcha. Let's say what it is. It's a gotcha. It's a loot
Mm.
box. He goes, this card, which is very cheap, which is cheaper, is very affordable, and you can get this by basically winning 2 matches of FIFA, is much more affordable. And here's an option that you can get if you're a free to play player. So let's talk about the actual ruling. It's was it 10 million? 10 million is the amount that they have to pay. That was
10
the
million
ruling.
euros.
10
Yeah.
million euros. Okay. So EA, I don't know their balance sheet right now, but I'm assuming that is going to be probably something that they're going to have to do in settlements over a period of time because I don't think they have 10 million in liquid capital. What it's going to do for the game, overall is not much. FIFA is going to stay the way it is. It's a proven winner. It's a proven capital gainer for them. They're not going to change that game. What essentially the Dutch has done is basically EA is going to say, you know what, we're done. We're not going to have our game in your country anymore, and that's fine. Now, I don't know of too many Dutch streamers that play FIFA. I know a lot of English streamers who play FIFA. I know a lot of American streamers who play FIFA. That could cause us an issue. But for me, this also is kind of turning into, and you may see, and it's a small minority of people, but they're people who may have to do this, is when online poker for the United States,
Yeah.
when that came out and like people made a huge ruling on all that in all the states, people moved. Like there are people who like will either move to Vegas, they move to Atlantic City, or they move to Canada because online gambling is legal in every single province of Canada. So for me, what EA is going to, this is what EA is going to do. They're probably going to file an injunction and that gives them enough time to basically stop loot boxes in FIFA in their country. They just stop it. They go, okay, we're done. That's going to cause those streamers who see that as a source of revenue to have an issue. Now the problem is what happens if I have FIFA points on my account and I was waiting to buy boxes and they shut that down because of the government ruling. Well, I can't use those points now to buy those loot boxes, even though I've already spent the money on it. It's not a good situation, and we know how EA is going to react because they're not going to change their game. They're not going to do it. We've talked to death about loot boxes. We all know what our opinions are on loot boxes. Push that to the side. It's a proven moneymaker, and like I said, this is not me saying that EA's practices are good and right in any way. It's a proven moneymaker. It's a revenue stream for them. It helps the development cycle of that game. But here's my big problem with it. Ready for this? You ready to hear the not so good silver lining to this story?
Yep. You know,
$10 million fine. plus having to pay out, plus losing a revenue stream in a country.
Mhm.
What indie studios that they bought are going to get axed because of this?
Ooh.
What game is going to get axed that's being developed right now by a small group of people because of this? Because that $10 million has to come from somewhere. It's not coming from COD. It's not coming from Madden. It ain't coming from FIFA. What or where are they going to pull the money from? Their exploratory divisions, their indie developer divisions. I don't know how well Apex Legends is doing right now. We may see some people from Project Respawn go. Titanfall 3 may get axed. Allegedly. Allegedly Titanfall 3. Because they can't develop that game. I mean that is 10 million. That is at least a budget of a low end double A. I mean that's a budget of a video game. Of a decent sized game.
See, I would say that in places is just chump change to EA these days. But we know how EA thinks. We know that it's not the first time that they would pull something disgusting because it's EA. You know, there's a reason for year on year it's been voted the worst company in the games industry. So yeah, you know, but they've done it to themselves. The only people they can blame is themselves. They push too far for for money that they want, because they don't just want a piece of the pie, they want the whole pie and the oven it was baked in for money in terms of their stuff. And people have pushed back and went, no, hang on, because it doesn't affect just us. You know, the one people who can go, yeah, I don't really care about gambling. I don't really care about them. I don't like microtransactions, so I'm not going to buy them. That pit doesn't affect us. We have that choice. But it's shiny footballer cards to kids. It's to people who are not allowed to go into casinos and all this because they have a gambling problem. And whether EA would love to say it or not, it's exploiting both of those groups.
And I know I made Will disappear again, which is fine.
Yeah.
EA has enough liquid capital on hand to cover this. I just took a quick look at their stock. They do. They have enough to cover this. But that money comes from someplace. And yes, is this a step in the right direction dealing with the loot box problem? Absolutely. But at the same time, you know what another issue is here, Will? That if I'm EA, the simplest fix, and it's stupid and it doesn't solve the problem, but it takes the liability off me. You must be 18 years or older to play Ultimate Team. Please insert your date of birth.
Which kids circumvent anyway.
Yeah, but at that point, I'm not liable anymore. Because it's on them. My son spent $10,000 on Ultimate Team. Well, what did your son put in for his birth? What did he put in for his birthday? He said he was 18.
Or they use their parents' account.
Then we shift the problem from why was EA have these deceptive practices, or these not deceptive but like these addictive practices in their game, to why weren't you parenting your child?
Yeah.
There's also an easy fix if you're an adult here. Just have your console offline. They can't play Ultimate Team if it's not online.
Yep.
And there's a third fix to this problem. EA, fix career mode, goddammit.
Yeah.
Fix career mode.
Right, can we drag Ed directly in, or does he need to be in the lobby?
Do I need to? Where is he? Is he?
He's in Discord again, so he's there, but he's not in the lobby.
He needs to join a lobby. All right, hang on. Can I drag him directly in here? Where is he? What's his name?
Yeahbeer.
I don't see him.
Because he's not long popped back into our Discord, so he's there.
He's not in our Discord.
No, he is. He is. He's in the online section.
I don't see online. I see podcast.
Just weird.
Friendos. Online.
Yeah, online. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Oh no. He needs to join a channel. Have him join a channel.
I've DM'd him, say jump into the lobby, please, mate, and then we can.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby so James can add you to the chat.
Jump on in, dude.
I'm gonna change his role to stream team and boop. There we go. Nailed it. 10 out of 10.
Duh. Forgot I had to go into a channel first.
Yeah, don't worry. This is literally every time we have a guest on.
Derp a fucking derp.
It gets even better when Will is like frantically in the background going, James, how do we add him? How do we add him? Like, click and drag, Will. He goes,
Can't do it. I can't do it. Hi, Tim.
Oh god. Do you need my feed?
If you want to have a camera, we can do a camera. If you don't want to do a camera, that's fine. We don't have to have a camera.
No, my camera's hooked up, so I don't mind.
Here, we'll do it. We'll patch this together like I normally do. You won't be able to see Will, but you'll be able to see me. Does that work okay for you?
Yeah, I don't care. That's cool. Fine.
Yeah, I don't care to see Lard's face.
All right, let's do
He's an asshole. We don't need to see him.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Is it Google Hangouts?
Yeah, Google Hangout, and then just mute your mic on the Hangout side. Shit, did I just mess it up? No, I didn't mess it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podcast. You've heard his name and sultry voice before. It is from Gamer Chatter, and again,
it's me,
Edward Paul. Yeahbeer.
Mario.
How you doing, matey?
What up? Are you guys live?
Yeah, we are live as you speak.
Oh, I came in hot then, huh?
Oh yeah. We've been live for 41 minutes.
Holy shit! You're just sitting here waiting for me, huh? Talking shit and just waiting.
Yeah, well, we're talking shit about EA.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck EA. But also, I'll probably play a couple of their games. But also, fuck EA.
Fuck EA. I mean, I play FIFA, but I don't play Ultimate Team because fuck EA.
Right, but fuck EA. I mean, that's okay.
Tim's like, too many Americans, I gotta go.
Too much swearing.
Wait, they haven't sworn enough yet.
My face is really big on that. I'm gonna have to change tabs there.
Take your time.
Here's me when you're like, your face is just huge.
It's huge. Oh wait, that's not Will. Oh, I'm gonna have problems.
Okay, you're just realizing this now. You're gonna have problems.
It's fine. Don't worry. I'll make it work. I'm good at this.
All right.
Usually.
I am not on the stream yet, but hi everybody.
You are.
Am I?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh, I said see me.
No, yeah.
See me. Oh, I didn't join the hangout yet. Jesus Christ.
Wait, I was politely waiting before I add to the screen. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
I do the computers. Tim, what is up, dude?
So EA, right?
All right, so what are we talking about? Now that the dog had to get groomed this morning, so I was waiting for that, and the dude was late, and this and that, blah blah blah. Anyways, where you guys at? So
EA are trying to appeal a fine from the Netherlands because they've been fined 10 million euros because of loot boxes. And they've been given.
Okay. I didn't read about. I heard about this.
Yeah, they've been given 1 week to change it. Otherwise, they're going to have to start paying 500,000 euros a week, up into 10 million.
And why are they doing this? Because
loot boxes. The Ultimate Team is a loot box, hence gambling, hence legal in the Netherlands and Belgium.
Oh shit! Okay. So how are they going to get around it? Do they have to?
They could turn it off. You can turn loot boxes off.
Like James is doing right now, turning everything off.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I know what I'm
It's
doing.
fine.
I'm fixing things.
So there's no way around it. They have to get rid of Ultimate Team in the Netherlands.
Or they just shut off the loot box side of it. They can keep Ultimate Team going, but you have to just pay in-game currency for the stuff.
Oh, right. You won't like 50 cents a card or something.
Yeah. Or like the gold coins, you buy the gold coins like we have to do with other games, and they'll get around it that way.
Yeah, but they can't give you anything random in a loot box or a pack.
Well, the thing is, you can't spend real life money for it. So you can earn the in-game currency by playing matches and then buy the loot boxes with the in-game currency. So that
Okay, what if I spend money on the in-game currency to then buy?
You can't spend money on the in-game currency. They have their points, which is the pay for currency, and then they have the in-game currency, and you can't buy in-game currency. It can only be earned by grinding.
Well, they're in a pickle.
Yep.
Not that I want to help BA out, but I mean, they're in a pickle.
They brought it on themselves.
I mean, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know where to go with that. Like,
there really isn't, because as I will quote the Sterling on this one. They were greedy. They wanted more of our pie, and they wanted the oven we were baking our pie in.
Right.
And it's gone to the point where if you're pushing this sort of stuff, and they will say they're not, but as I said earlier in the show, they're pushing it towards kids, and also people who have gambling problems are being affected by this, who cannot go into things like casinos or betting shops because they have a gambling problem. They see this. Ooh.
Okay, so here's my question. What if I am a Pokemon or Magic TCG player? How does that work?
When's the last time they had a tournament in the Netherlands?
I don't know.
I don't think they have.
But if they're going out buying booster backs, like that, isn't that gambling?
The other question is, can you play hot, or not Heroes of the Storm, card game Hearthstone?
Correct, because those are
essentially loot boxes.
Essentially loot boxes.
Yeah.
But I think there was some crazy international ruling when that originally came up that like classified them differently, because you're getting a physical product for something versus like gambling is amorphous. So it's like a product transaction, which then has stuff in the product.
Well, I mean, I see what you're saying. I totally respect that, but it's the same thing.
Oh no, it's definitely the same.
I mean, I can gamble and win money. I'm still winning a physical thing. You're gambling for a booster pack, so you're you're not physically getting it, but it's digitally. I mean, you're obtaining that football player.
If I understand the way Magic Online does their game, it's free. It's a free game, and when you download it, you get all the cards, and you don't buy booster packs. You buy additions. So like Ravnica. You would buy Ravnica, and it unlocks all of the cards from Ravnica. Like, that's how they do it.
Oh, so you get the whole deck. You
get the whole thing. Because once again, they have their game geared towards the playing of it. So it's like,
okay, so listen.
So it's deck
that would get me into playing Magic.
Online. It's online. Mind you.
No, I know, but that would get me into playing Magic Online, because I don't have to sit here and spend thousands of dollars for cards to build a deck.
Yeah, if
I just spend, let's just say I spend $40 on a freaking expansion and I get all the cards, now I can just build my deck. Assuming this is how it works, like I understand you.
Yeah, that's what I'm googling that right now to make sure that I'm right on.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna download MTG Arena.
And it's free. It's free.
It is, right. Blaine's been playing it. I see him playing it all the time, and actually he would know. To be honest with you, I could just let me message him.
I mean, the Belgium's Gaming Commission determined that loot boxes found in FIFA 18, Overwatch, and Counter-Strike's Global Offensive were an illegal game of chance, and thus subject to the Belgian gambling laws. Now, following that ruling, which was in 2018, so bloody hell, that's 3 years ago now. Jesus. Time
What's up?
has flown.
What'd I do?
Blizzard, Valve, and 2K Games are all ejected or all elected to disable loot boxes in their games. So Blizzard, Hearthstone,
What
they
about
disabled it.
in that country?
In that country,
Oh.
and it may be happening over here as well because the government's looking into it.
Netherlands sucks, huh?
I mean, what can you say? I mean, they're saying, what was this? So EA came out strongly in 2018, said they didn't believe loot boxes were a form of gambling. They are, because it's a game of chance. You don't know what you're getting in them, unless, like in Fall Guys, you know exactly what you're getting. In April 2018, it said that its games were developed and implemented ethically and lawfully around the world, and it did not agree that they could be considered any form of gambling. Yeah. Now, we know Andrew Wilson said in May 2018 it's because players always received a specified number of items in each pack. Yeah, but you don't know who is on that pack. So you could be spending, let's say, upwards of $1,000 to get one player you really want for your pack. Whereas someone could be spending $150 for the same person.
Okay, they do have booster packs in
They do?
Magic in the Arena, yeah. They also have a battle pass.
See, I'm terrible at building decks, so I'm not good at. I should probably just not download this, but I'm gonna hit play free anyways. Download it.
And what's the worst that can happen? It's free.
Yeah, rage quit.
Exactly.
I mean, right.
You haven't spent any money, and at that point,
I haven't spent a dime.
Exactly.
But I've always liked Magic. Magic is a fun game to play. Sorry, we're sidetracked. Will, I'm totally sorry. I come in here less than 5 fucking minutes. I'm hijacking this motherfucker.
That's fine.
So,
but
it is topic adjacent.
Yeah.
Give me all your podcasts, man. Give me all your podcasts. I swear to God, man, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Just take the microphone. We don't want to hurt little Johnny, all right?
PLM, Podcast Lives Matter.
I mean, they earn $1 billion from this year, Ultimate Team. So, as I said before, it's 10 million euros is chump change.
Okay, so listen, they would have to pay a fine of 5,000 euros.
No, it's they have to pay a fine of 10 million euros,
In
and then they
Okay.
have to pay a fine of 500,000 euros every week that they don't change it.
Every week.
Well,
I'd be like, well, how much money are we making? Because if we're making 750 grand every week, we can still profit 250 by paying that fine every week.
or if you're EA, and I was talking about this earlier, you just say, fine, we just stop shipping games to your country.
Correct.
Just like
correct.
And then all of the people who play those games, I don't know how many Dutch FIFA streamers there are, but they don't have a job now.
Yeah.
Play Football Manager. It's fun and only $40.
Right. Well, that's right. I mean,
I was going to ask a hypothetical question to you both of would EA be that petty, but I think I know the answers to that.
That's not even a question, though.
Yes.
To be honest with you.
It's not even being petty. It's just a business decision.
It's a business decision. Correct.
We're getting fined for being in this country. That means we don't have to ship to this country. We don't have to translate it into their language anymore. We don't have to do any of these things. That's just like, we just don't have to do those costs anymore. Just perfect.
But here's my question. How many people are playing it in the Netherlands? Did they give any numbers?
Nope. It's EA. They're not going to give us those numbers.
Okay. That's what I would want to know. I'd want to know how many people are playing, how much money they're making, this and that. So what's the... Okay.
It's the cost benefit.
I'm in the U.S. I'm in the U.S., so like every town the population is freaking 200,000-300,000 people. So like, what's the population of the Netherlands?
Oh God, I can find out for you. Okay.
17.2 million.
Wow. Let's have a look.
Our state, which is small, has 3.5 million. So let's put that into. We're in Connecticut. It's a small state.
So
very small state.
So like New York. So like the Netherlands is probably the size of New York.
New York City, probably. All right, New York, 9.4 million. So Netherlands is just in New York. Just assuming it's in New York.
Yeah.
How much is there to do up there? Let's say a quarter of the population plays games.
Okay.
Would think that's a fair assessment?
I wouldn't say that's fair.
Maybe less. Let's put this in. Okay, let's just real quick. This ain't gonna be quick. I'm saying it's gonna be. It ain't gonna be quick.
Yeah, 2 hours later.
Yeah.
Three guys try to do rough
Hi,
math
we're the
early in the
PlayStation
morning
Nation
before
podcast.
coffee.
I got a whiteboard behind me. Freaking, my hair is all
You're that
over.
meme where it's just like
I'm shaved, but yeah. From
Always
Exactly.
sunny.
My
always
PowerPoint.
funny. Yep. Okay, so let's just say an eighth of the population games, because I don't think you could fairly say a quarter of the population games.
Sure.
Right. And it's a small country. It depends on the age group, this and that.
Mhm.
So an eighth of, let's just round it off to 20 million. An eighth of that is what? 3 million? Is that about right?
That works.
Yeah, about that. It's like,
Let's say 3 million. How many of those people are playing Madden Ultimate Team?
good point.
Now you got a niche market of just a sports game.
Mhm.
It's not like Fortnite or something.
Right.
I wonder if they have that number.
I honestly think though that the shareholders would step into that if EA said, "Well, we're not gonna ship to Belgium, we're not gonna ship to the Netherlands." And it's like, well, okay, if they're wanting to go, okay, for a business decision, we're not going to sell any games now to there because they don't want loot boxes. I honestly feel that would be a cutting the nose off to spite their face.
Okay, I actually found someone actually has this for a worldwide average. 0.1% of Madden players play in the Netherlands. The player count is 8.2 million.
So, what's the percentage of FIFA players in the Netherlands?
Probably a
So
little.
let's just
probably
say
higher because football is bigger in the
bigger.
Netherlands.
Right. So 0.1% of 8.2 million is nothing.
Yeah. So
And then those people would have to be playing Ultimate Team, which some people don't play. They just play Madden.
Yes.
So essentially, they're not losing anything.
Yeah. So if we just say
It's
we just axe it in your country,
that's it. Just block Ultimate Team. They could keep playing the game, and that's it. They're not losing. It's they wouldn't even think about keeping it.
like
there,
you said,
so.
don't even block Ultimate Team. Just take the paid points out. Just say you can't access the pay
That's
shop
it.
anymore.
Correct.
You can still
Do
play
something
Ultimate
else.
Team, and then then like the three. Sorry if you are one of these threes. The three like pros who like live in the Netherlands are like, my God, we're stuck.
Yeah.
And
Right.
like, well, move to England.
That's it. You're right. I don't know what to tell you. Make a PSN account in the U.S. and then you can buy stuff through that.
Have you heard from our sponsor, NordVPN?
Exactly. Oh shit.
I mean,
So
EA fighting this just.
are they fighting it?
Yeah, they're appealing.
They're wasting resources. They're wasting. See, this is why EA is a shitty company. They're wasting fucking resources.
Well,
They're wasting money fighting this.
I think they're appealing it because while the appeal is happening, they aren't. That's not being enforced, so it's buying them time to make the changes in the game.
Yeah,
it's a stall tactic.
I think it's also down to if they see Belgium with this, and the Netherlands are saying no, this is gambling. They're also seeing the UK government looking at this closely and go, well, even though they say it's not gambling, people have come up with, hang on, it actually is. So they're looking at that as well. So then the UK government starts looking at it. And if the UK government brings that into force, then there's another country.
And meanwhile, all the politicians are going, oh shit, we could have been taxing this the entire time?
Yeah.
Fuck us. Yeah, these gaming companies have been getting rich off of our money.
So that's another thing, right? And by the way, I'm sorry, those Madden NFL 20 stats I gave you, those are for PS4 only, not Xbox, but who owns an Xbox?
PC. Jesus, how many people would be on PC?
Yeah. I actually think the majority of the pro scene is on PlayStation, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they probably are. But Yeah, that's another thing. Okay, well, one country got it through, so who's the next? And then the next, and then the next, and then the next, and then blah blah blah.
It'll
Yeah.
be a snowball thing, so that's why they're also going after it to try and stop that.
Yep.
Because as we know, they're a business and they want their grabby hands on all our money.
Yep.
Now,
And they have lawyers on retainer, so I don't think it's even going to cost them anything because they freaking,
Mm-hmm.
the way it
their
is,
lawyers
but-
would probably take a piss for more than 10 million euros.
Yes, you're 100% correct.
Yeah, they're getting Darth Vader out of his chambers right now to go and to meet this thing in court. Sorry, probably not Darth Vader. Emperor Palpatine. Darth Vader was redeemed in the end.
Yeah, that's
Palpatine was
true.
not redeemable.
No.
By the way, spoilers. For like a movie that's how many years old now?
40 years old now.
Yeah, if we spoiled that for you, go home.
You should be listening to our podcast.
No, you shouldn't. You
Yeah,
shouldn't.
there
Just
will
go
be worse references.
home.
Yeah, but speaking of money, in a different vein, right? Sony are set to buy Crunchyroll for nearly $1
Yes,
billion.
I saw that today.
Makes sense.
In a way, is this a sort of like a little sort of backwards fire to Xbox in a way of getting Bethesda and ZeniMax?
No.
Because this streams on both services too.
No.
I think it's a great business decision.
It's diversifying your portfolio is what it is.
Yeah.
Sony goes like, we make TVs. We make a video game system. Now we own Crunchyroll. Hey, what if we make it so you can only watch if the Crunchyroll app doesn't work on Xbox anymore? It only works on PlayStation. How many weebs are going to buy PlayStations because of that?
Yep.
Or now Xbox, or we have to, or you now negotiate your contract agreement with with Xbox, which means whenever anybody has a subscription or has to do something with the app on Xbox, you're going to be getting a cut of that. It's just a way of niggling your way in.
Yeah. And let's face it, it's going to be a long time before that Bethesda freaking purchase is going to start making Xbox money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a diversification of our portfolio and its immediate impact on the company. Like you said, the Bethesda thing may take a little while, but I just hope they keep Todd Howard around. That absolute mad lad.
Yeah. I think it's a good move. Obviously it's a good business decision because they obviously did the homework, right? They're not going to be like, let's just buy Crunchyroll because we don't know.
We got the spare billion around. Let's just buy something.
Right, and even if they left it on Xbox and everything, just think of how much money they're going to be making in subscription fees.
Yeah, it's an alternate revenue source. And
hell yeah.
And remember, and I don't know if anybody else remember this. Remember when you bought a PlayStation, when PlayStation 3 came out, and like they were making the PlayStation Store a thing, where like you buy it and you had the subscription for it. Sony had like original anime that they made and put on that. Zammed was like a huge one. It was like a 24 episode. So it's not something they don't know about. Sony Pictures, I think, is the one who brings over a lot of. If it's not Disney, it's Sony Pictures who brings over a lot of the independent titles to America.
Right.
So
because they're a publisher for movies and stuff too. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So listen. I think they made a good decision. Good freaking decision there.
Maybe, and the other thing too is, they have the money to do it. It's going to be a revenue stream for them because it's a streaming service, and if anything, it helps it out too because like with Microsoft buying Bethesda and ZeniMax, they can pump money into this and create a quality control. Sony can now that they have this thing, they can be like, okay, we can have original studios do original content for us in this space, but we also can like buy the rights to these certain shows from the major publishers and have them in-house with us now too. And then that makes life easier, especially because there's a huge appetite for those shows in the United States and everywhere elsewhere in the world.
Yeah. No, it's a score.
Yeah.
A potential easy access to a vast library of anime licenses for gaming purposes.
Yep.
The other thing too, and that we haven't talked about is that.
Well, I'm sorry, James. Does Crunchyroll have any original content?
They do.
They do. Okay. Anyways,
They do have original content. I would know I have a subscription to it. Hi guys. My girlfriend watches a lot of it, and I watch. It's got Gundam Wing.
yeah. So you're winning. Is it all dubbed or is there sub too?
Both.
I mean, is it all subbed or is it mostly? Is it mostly subbed for the most part?
It's both. It's both. It's sub and dub, and in most cases, what they'll do is they'll do a simulcast. So what's coming out in Japan comes out immediately same day in America. And
But it's subtitled.
It's subtitled, but in some cases with the really major releases, they'll have the dub simul release too.
Wow.
Or the dub will lag behind a week.
Oh wow. Okay, because when I signed up for it, it's been a while. I think I was at the apartment.
Like
so
7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. It was mostly all dubbed or subbed.
Yeah.
It was mostly all subtitled. And I'm not fast enough to read the subtitles and enjoy the show. I need dubbed. I gotta,
Yeah, they've come a long way since then. There's another thing that we're not talking about with Sony's acquisition of Crunchyroll. They now have a known platform that works for streaming content. Now, Sony doesn't have their own streaming service as far as we know. This could be them.
Oh, wait,
yes. That kind of streaming service, yes.
Yeah, but didn't they also buy something along those lines a couple of years ago? A streaming platform.
Yeah, how well has that worked out for them?
But I think James means streaming as in video, right? Video streaming?
As in Netflix and all that.
As in Netflix and that stuff. You have an established platform with technology that they know works worldwide.
Yep.
Sony has a ton of movies that they've done, that they've published. That is my thought with this too, is that this acquisition is like, let's buy this because we know it's an existing platform, and if we know that it works, can we use this and add this technology to add all of a sudden all of our movies onto this, and then take Crunchyroll and then like also have it be just called Sony Pictures, and now all of a sudden all of those Sony movies are in one place because all the Bond movies are Sony movies.
Yep.
Right.
Watch all your James Bond things. Mm-hmm. It's another way for them to get competitive in that market.
Yeah, rip Sean Connery, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a surprise this morning.
Man was 90. And like hasn't been seen in public in like 10 years.
A long time.
Yeah.
He's really seen in public was like 2017 apparently.
Wow.
But yeah, rest in peace, Sean. I mean, he died in his sleep. I mean, we could do an off-color joke here. dad joke, but if it was down to him, like having a book fall on his head,
well,
only off to blame.
In my mind, he called up Daniel Craig with his last words and said, "You're the man now, dog," and hung up. And if you get that reference, you were definitely on the internet in the early 2000s.
That's awesome.
That's some good quality content dumping right there. We've finished our content dump. We've wiped. We've pulled our trousers up. We've flushed. We've washed our damn hands.
Yep. I'll add the one quick disclaimer, as we always have to do when it happens. Yes, we know Cyberpunk is delayed. Yes, we're not upset about it. It can still be a good game. Do we still have the same hype levels? At the same or less? But at the same point in time, we really don't care. Option 3, don't send death threats. That's never a good thing.
Did they start the death threat bullshit?
They did. The head of CD Projekt Red had to come out and say, like, this is not acceptable.
People are such assholes.
Everybody, please, if anything, not only is it a good thing because the game is still being developed. By the way, it was ready for PC, so I blame all you console heathens. All you console degenerates.
Oh, you're so getting a death threat in your email.
That's fine. You can send them to @TheReverseProGamer. He's the PR department.
Oh, shit.
So there's that, but here's the other thing. How much shit was coming out that week in November? Everything.
Listen, it doesn't fucking matter. Listen, the game's been delayed. Who the fuck gives a shit? You're going to be having your PS5. It's not going to be optimized for PS5 until March. you're gonna live, man. You're gonna survive. I hate to break it to you, but those 3 weeks, you're not gonna die. Okay, you're gonna survive. You'll make it.
Yeah.
It's not life or death. Okay, just calm the fuck down.
For me,
No big deal.
you know what I've said about this, and I haven't even told Will this. I said, "Great, Cyberpunk's delayed. I can play Yakuza now.
Yes, Yakuza Rise of the Dragon.
I can play Yakuza. This is not a problem for me. This is good news. I can play other things."
Which I'm happy because Yakuza is actually going to be dubbed, so I'm actually picking that Yakuza up.
Nice.
Even though it's going to be like a Persona 5 game.
It looks out of freaking control in like the
that's
most
Yakuza.
insane way possible.
That's Yakuza. One of my friends started playing Yakuza because they came to Xbox Games Pass. Because I know, Will, you went through the whole series. And you talked about how freaking just messed up it is.
I mean, the only one I haven't really played is 6. The rest I have.
Yeah, so I think he started with Kiwami, and then Kiwami 2, and then 0. I forget where he's right now, but he's like, these things are just batshit fucking crazy, but he's loving it. Like, he's playing it like crazy. He loves every second of it.
They are a trip. They have like super serious storylines that are like really heart-wrenching, and then at the same time then you go and just sing karaoke. Right.
Or you got like a dude in a diaper running around.
Oh yeah,
acting like a baby. You know, like shit like that.
Mr. Libido.
Like, it's unbelievable.
And buying porn mags for a kid out of a vending machine.
Yeah,
because he sees something shiny in there and he wants to buy it. Doesn't realize that what the magazine is or what it is.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
Or like just going in and like you can play all of the old Sega games. Like just in that, go to the arcade, play Sega games. Sure. Yeah, no, it's Yakuza. So everybody just play everything else that's coming out then.
Yeah, I still have backlogs to go through.
Yeah. I still do too. You know?
Okay, so I'm sorry, this is like in podcast years, 20 years ago, but the Magic the Gathering Arena, you can buy booster packs.
Yep.
Also, you could grind gold for packs. It's basically Hearthstone.
Yeah.
They give you starter decks, so you can do daily quests. You can get wild cards, which you can use to craft what you're missing if you're building a deck. Most of the time, you could do drafts, and then he plays standard when he needs gold. And they constantly do weird events. So there's you're thinking about getting into Magic, it's Hearthstone.
So it's Hearthstone, but with more.
Yes.
That's kind of cool because if you think about it, with draft, since it's draft, you don't normally have those cards, so it allows you to play with the awesome cards that you don't have to get there. I mean that's how it always was with Magic, anyways. But at least
assuming you know how to draft.
Assuming you know,
I wouldn't. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'd be like, oh,
this monster looks cool. My first Magic deck was like green, all huge creatures, and like they do tons of damage. This should win me the game.
Yeah, it took me 20 turns to get it out because of the mana, but yes, it was amazing.
Meanwhile, your friend is playing a blue control deck. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Ain't gonna happen. So that's that. I'm sorry.
Bad not off topic, but if you play blue control, fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
just
James is not wrong.
just go fuck yourself.
Jesus, that was like you with those certain cards last night and not 100% orange juice.
Yeah, no.
That's amazing.
Which nicely puts us on to what we've been playing.
Yeah.
So James, 100% orange juice, and what else?
F1. That's about it. I had a major exam on Thursday that I had to study for, and I passed. So good job.
Congrats.
Now I have to study for the next one, which starts on Monday. So, this is my weekend to relax, and then we get right back into it. But no, that and F1. Watch the replay. You know what happened. Russia's tomorrow. So join us for that. It's tons of fun. I won't probably bin it in Russia. We be fast. I'm like in the top 4 in the speed trap, and I haven't really even been pushing it yet. So
Nice.
and 100% orange juice, which I still don't know how to play the game.
What is 100% orange juice?
Think Mario Party in terms of you got the boards and you have to go around collecting stars to win the game.
Yep.
On the board, you have certain things like red square is fighting monsters. Green is collecting cards. Yellow is you get bonus stars to collect for a little mission to get your main stars. You've got purple for teleportation. You've got blue for losing stars. And yeah, it's kind of like that, really.
So you roll a dice,
Okay.
you go around the board, you can fight each other, fight yourself, and then like you have to kind of get 6 events to win, which is like either collecting a certain amount of stars or winning a certain amount of battles, and you just go around the board, and if you hit your home, you can stop at your home even if you're going to move through it to say like I finished my event, or if you land with a dice roll directly on somebody else's home, you can turn in missions.
Yeah, think of it just with more waifus.
Yeah, and also there's
Awesome.
anime characters and a pretty bitchin' soundtrack.
And it's on PC only, I assume?
Yes.
But I think
It's
it's
only
like
a couple of quid
$1
on
on Steam.
Oh, it's really cheap?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super cheap. Like there's tons of DLC that you can buy for it, but
Yep.
we've been playing with the base game and they rotate some of the characters that you can play as. And
Oh, so you guys have been playing it
Yeah.
together?
yeah, on Friday, on Free Play Friday, we've been playing it together, and we played it the last 2 weeks, and it's been pretty hilarious.
No shit. What time do you guys play?
6 to 7. It's Free Play Friday. We usually play for an hour. It's usually either a game we all can play together, or that is free
Yeah.
to play. I mean, this one's a dollar, so it's
Oh, it's on sale. So listen, it's on sale, everybody. 75% off you get it for $1.74 right now.
yeah, that's
It's normally $7. I'm gonna for $2, I'm just gonna buy it.
Yeah. We got Crafty Rebel to play with us last night, and the game she played, she only needed to get essentially a couple of events just picked up because she whooped my ass in a fight.
yeah.
I lost a shit ton.
Yeah, the swings are real in this game. Like you can be winning the entire game, have 2 bad rolls happen, and then all of a sudden you've lost. Like it
Really?
can swing crazy.
That's awesome.
Wasn't for me. I almost won it last night.
Yeah, and then Crafty Revel came and shanked you. Just straight up like stabbed you, and it was like
She literally came out and cut a bitch, and that bitch being me.
her character was like a little anime fox girl with a butcher knife.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right,
Dougie,
yeah.
you subbed to us during 100%. No, wait. Yeah, no, you subbed to us during the first time we played 100% orange juice. I'm looking at the events.
Did I really?
Yeah. No, Dougie did.
Oh, Dougie.
Yeah. CPU Chan for the win. That's when we had CPU Chan and we were screaming at them.
All right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick that up for that price.
Word of warning, you have to like watch the intro story before it lets you play anything. So if you're planning on playing it with somebody, like give yourself 3 minutes before you actually have to do that, because you have to space through the story.
Oh my god. I might actually just buy the 5-pack.
You could. We have like we got it all as a joke, and it's actually turned into yeah, but I was drunk. Oh, so that's what you do. You get drunk and throw your money around, Ducky.
Is it like I mean, it's a good game though. It's not like terrible.
Yeah, no, like we've legit. I can say that like I went into it thinking it was just gonna be a joke, and then like I got into it, and I was like, I'm legitimately interested in playing this game, and we're probably gonna play it next week.
That's amazing.
And they'll have a space because I know I invited Robin to play it next week because next week will be extra life for me during the Friday. So
Yeah,
I will be just finishing up my stream, so there should be another spot open.
Yeah, I'll be going to bed.
Yeah, because you'll be doing your midnight to midnight.
I do midnight to midnight, but
yeah.
But this is a good idea to play with somebody. I have 4 copies. How do you give a copy to somebody? Is it like via email or something?
I think you do it through like the Steam gift, because it shows up in your inventory under Steam, and then you can do gift and like send it to people.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, 3 new items in your inventory.
Yeah, Dougie, there you go. The game with the little squares.
Yeah.
I mean, Dougie, if you need to remember, here you go. There it was. That's when you did it, and you screamed CPU Chan for the win.
So what else have you been playing, James?
That's
amazing.
Exam Simulator.
The Study Simulator 2020. Pretty much it.
Fair enough.
I feel the gray matter leaking out of my ears. But yeah, no, it's done, and I get to start studying again. So that's the thing when you pass a test, you kind of get to go and do the next one. But yeah, it was good. It was a ton of fun. I'm glad to play with you guys. I mean, F1 tomorrow, and to talk about, I guess we should, since we're pimping it, I will be playing on Sunday next week in Extra Life. At which point, I will be finishing F1 unless you guys donate enough money to make me actually play Dark Souls.
Do it. Which,
James
we're
hasn't.
getting there.
Wait, has James ever played Dark Souls?
No, I hate those
No.
games.
Amazing.
With a passion.
If on our personal page total, rather than the team total, which we'll get to in a little bit. In fact, no, let's talk about Extra Life now before we hand over to yourself, Ed. We have a number of milestones on our page for it. So it's like at $1,000, I'll be facing Tim in Formula 1 2020. At $2,500, the Yorkshire Trader comes out for one night only, and Twitch Sings before Twitch Sings is shut down. At $3,000, James plays Dark Souls 3 for 2 hours.
I hate those games.
So wait. At $2,000 for the team?
No,
for us, for the TGWPIS one. The team goals are separate. We've set our goals because let's be honest, if it was $3,000 for the team,
come on, dude.
I know. Trust me,
come
but
on.
I hate Dark Souls that much. What was it last year? Where the team goal was if we hit $2,000, I would play Fortnite.
Yeah,
it was for like me, for like the individual goal of the TGWPIS, and people spent a lot of money to watch me play Fortnite.
I say, if people want to donate, please do. I mean, I've put for the team total for $7,500, which we're well on our way on, thanks to yourself, dude. Is I get the Aaron Rodgers jersey and a cheese head to wear for a fucking week in streams, including the podcast. So as a lifelong Bears fan, well, 86, yeah, pretty much a lifelong Bears fan, to wear Green Bay Packers is like, it's going to break me out in fucking hives.
No, I'm not saying that I've created a cabal that's gonna make you wear a panda onesie underneath that cheese head and Packer jersey. But I have things in place.
So if you want to see someone in a panda onesie wearing a Green Bay Packers shirt and a cheese head,
sweating
on top
like
of
a
wearing
madman.
a headset, yeah.
That's amazing.
To Extra Life to get us there. And hell, we still haven't even mentioned it. If we hit 5,000 for our personal page, I'm going to get my ass kicked for 2 hours on Street Fighter 5 against Tom Merritt, and we're going to be playing F1 2020 now against each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you have these? Where are the team goals listed at?
The personal goals and the team goals are. Personal goals are on our page, which is
I had to bookmark it.
The 4,000 as well. Kimmy, the patron saint of TGWPIS, is going to do the one chip challenge.
Oh, that's the one I'm most afraid of.
There's the personal page bit, and the goals are in the main bar, and then you've got the team, which is the different one, which is where the $2,105 is showing.
Yep.
That's the team. The personal one is 640, which you can see on the screen.
Okay. I'm kind of mad because we're pretty high on that
The team.
Yeah.
On the team.
Yeah.
I really want to see James play fucking Dark Souls. So what's the personal goal? You got to hit what?
$3,000.
$3,000
for Dark Souls. I may change it depending on what happens during the stream.
Oh, man,
I have to buy Dark Souls to remind you. Like,
I have it here. You could come borrow the disc if you need to.
Oh no, I'm playing it on PC.
Oh, so, okay, fair enough.
I'd buy it on PC. Mainly because the way my setup is now, I don't have any of my consoles tied in, and I don't want to have. I'm lazy. I don't want to have.
No, that's fine. No, I'm not. You're a PC gamer. I'm not judging you one bit. That's fine.
I am
absolutely fine. Will's gonna judge the fuck out of you.
Well, that's because I called you guys all heathens for the reason why I can't get Cyberpunk. Mine was ready. I could have played mine, but no. Somebody has to have 5 console releases.
I mean, let's put this into perspective as it is right now. Extra Life as a team, we're over $2,000 already.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't even started unless Keith has started his and he hasn't told us that the streams has been doing it for Extra Life. But, $2,105 before we start this coming weekend is just amazing.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, there's going to be a ton going on.
Yeah.
A lot of content.
What did you guys hit last year?
Last year we hit, let's have a look.
Will has those numbers, I don't. It wasn't a small amount.
Last year as a team, let's have a look. It was over 4K.
Wow.
It was. Let's have a look. Where was it?
Wait, James, you're not on the team?
I'm part of the TGWPIS. I'm under the Lard McKellar.
Oh, I see.
Me, Chris, and Will, all. That's why our total is so large, is because it's the 3 of us combined in. It's basically the podcast.
So $4,156.74 we did last year.
How much? 3?
$4,156.74.
Wow, awesome.
Do you know what we did as an individual group, like our group?
Mm-hmm. I do indeed. We did, what was it, $1,067.77.
So we threw the ballpark way out there. We knew we did. Yeah. And be honest, it's a strange year this year, and we got that. Now, if things go really well during Extra Life, and maybe we don't necessarily raise a ton of money, but the entire team as a whole does well, maybe I will give you guys a Dark Souls 3 stream where I just hate my life for 2 hours. Mind you, I'm not going to have anybody. I've never played a Dark Souls. I played Demon Souls on PlayStation.
Okay, so listen, if you do it, maybe I should come on and I should coach you.
No, that's the point. It's non-coaching.
You don't want any coaching. Oh my god.
This is what people love. I think when they come see this channel, they love to see me just get super frustrated and angry at stuff. That's what Fortnite was. People donated money to watch me play something that they knew I visibly hated.
I love it.
And that's why they did it.
When James was doing the Fortnite stuff, I literally sat there and went, James, take your pickaxe and go through the wall. He just did. Boy, did you say that? You went the opposite direction, out in a small circle. And it's like,
got second place. It was the first time ever playing.
That's amazing.
Most of the time, too, I usually sit there and I'm going, I am a bush. And I just sit in a bush with a shotgun.
Sit in a bush, yeah. Not Blaine. Will used to do that a lot.
Yep.
Like, well, I need backup. He's like, I'm a bush.
I am the bush.
Like, what the fuck, bro? He's like, no, I'm a bush. Like, you fucking bastard, come help me.
You do know that the one, when I played with you on PUBG, I've never played it since I played it with you that one time on PC since then. And yep. I'm pretty sure you don't remember, but it's brazed into my brain. So we dropped down. We're all playing on PC. We dropped down. And we all dropped separately, I think, for whatever reason. And you guys both get killed. And I'm running around with a smoke grenade. And I can't fucking find a gun. I spend 15 minutes running around the goddamn map trying to find a gun. I'm running away from combat and stuff. I finally find an assault rifle. I load it up, turn around, get shot in the head and killed.
Yeah, that's about right.
And I'm just like, fuck this game, I'm done. I'm just never playing this again.
I mean, and speaking of Dirk Zodes, the king of Dirk Zodes, is in the chat. Violet JT.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, because Violet JT is being the guide to Tom, who's playing Dark Souls at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I'm not going to say the name because he doesn't care. And we're trying to get JT to tell his mates about Extra Life to get him donating as well. So try to be nice to him.
Forgot. That's also, remember, Will, when I was playing Fortnite, I had a heart rate monitor on so people could see my heart rate as the situation got more and more stressful.
That's awesome.
So like I was like mainly in like the 90s, but all of a sudden like I was in like the top 10, and then they're closing down unless you see my heart rate go up to like 120, and I'm getting like a message on my text message on my phone going, "Your heart rate's pretty high. Are you okay?"
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
I completely forgot about that.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So that was, and people donate. That was the thing people wanted to see. They wanted to see me suffer through Fortnite with a heart rate monitor.
That's cool.
Do you remember that year when I think was it the first year we did TGWP? When I said if we get to $1,000 before or during the bit, I'll stop what I was doing and play the rest of the stream as Fortnite, and it was turned into 23 hours of Fortnite.
Yes, it did.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, you played Fortnite for a long. I'm like, dude, will you just play something else? You're like, nah, I gotta do Fortnite. I'm like, what the fuck?
People asked for it.
Yeah, listen.
That, so hey, I'm gonna do.
We love our chats, but they love to see us suffer.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, they love it.
They love it. So yeah, that's the good. So the benchmark for me, Dark Souls 3 is 3, but I'm willing to move it depending on how hype the situation gets.
Man, I feel like all your goals should be team goals. I mean, that's just me, but
I mean, well, I was trying to put like a team goal for the one chip challenge onto the team bit, but it wouldn't allow me to. There's
they kind of don't. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's for 23 minutes would be bad enough.
I mean, we know if we hit that as a team goal, Kimmy's going to do it. So I could remove that one as a personal one.
Oh, you need to see.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, you guys set it up, so don't. I'm just coming in here, whiny little bitch, but
hey, it's getting people to part with their money.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm willing to negotiate with chat, but at the same time, remember, this is something I don't like. And I know Ed's like, I'm gonna come in here and coach you, and Will would be like, I'll come in and coach you. And I've had another person say like, I can zone in and coach him. Like, but that's not the point.
No, that's not the point. You just want to bang your head against the wall.
The point is to see me with no coaching, going in blind, not knowing the controls, and suffer.
Yep.
Now, granted, we did that with F1, thinking it was going to be a joke, and now I have a driving wheel, pedals, and I'm bossing it like a fucking madman.
Yeah, you're fucking loving it, which is it's nice.
But but that's because like there's a difference between Dark Souls and F1. F1 has management side of things. We all know you put a management thing into a game, and I'm immediately on it like shit.
You're all over it.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It's not like that in Dark Souls. Dark Souls involves Twitch reactions and like knowledge of stages and stuff. Something that I don't want to put the time and effort into learning, which means it's just going to be frustrating and banging my head against the wall.
No, Dark Souls is just taking your time and being patient. That was my biggest. Like Will tell you, because we played fucking Bloodborne.
Yeah.
It was all about patience. If you try to rush it, and if you try to force it, you are gonna not have a good time. You're not gonna have a good time.
Luckily, we will have the yeet command ready.
Yeet!
Oh no, the actual.
I mean, help.
The yeet command.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, anyways, I listen. I hope you get to it because I will love enjoying watching you play that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like I said, will I have it installed and downloaded? Possibly, just in case. But the goal is right now for me is it's going to be finishing the F1 season. To see where I rank against Will in my first competitive thing, because now we're at parity. There's no longer granted I'm not using a controller anymore, but we are now at the same difficulty level for the rest of the season.
Now we see who's the better person, because we do have an announcement for that coming up as well. But we have two announcements. But so Extra Life for us as a team kicks off tomorrow. 2 p.m. UK time. So while we're doing a thing, so you can multi-stream us,
Daylight savings time, so it's 5. It's
Yeah.
back to 5 hours.
which is good for you guys. But Crafty Rebel will be starting stream. She'll be going from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. UK time, which is amazing. She's going to be doing about about 4 hours worth of community games, so things like Human Fall Flat, Golf with Your Friends, Fall Guys.
100% orange juice.
Oh, she has to play that.
Yes, she does.
With people, so she's doing that as the starting point. But then from 6 to 8, she's playing American Truck Simulator, and she has asked me to be her GPS system. Kind of like that time when I asked her to be in part of my stream when I was doing Euro Truck, to go from Aberdeen to St. Petersburg. Now, if people donate to Robin's stream during that with instructions, now obviously the instructions have to not include any, the usual standard gubbins of racism and all that bullshit. As long as they're funny, they're funny directions, I will say them. I will give her the wrong directions. Because I'm being paid off. So help her with those ones. And then straight afterwards, Geo, Reese's Wave, is going to be doing mini marathons all week leading up to us doing ours the next weekend. So after Crafty Rebel, he'll be doing a stream. And then before I go live on Friday at 3 p.m. UK time, he'll be doing a little one as well, sort of as a lead-in.
That's
and
awesome.
then of course we have your one over the weekend, don't we?
Yep.
So
I'm
you're
rocking out, baby.
Midnight Friday night into Saturday morning to midnight Saturday night Sunday morning. Is that it?
Correct. Yep. That would be correct. God bless my soul.
Yeah.
Yep. Hell yeah.
I'm getting so old for it. I'm just like, sometimes I will cheat and I get up at midnight and then between 4 to 6, I'll take a little nap. I kind of cheat, but trust me, I make up for the rest of playing games on Sunday. Don't worry.
We trust me. We understand. Why do you think that we do it as 3 8-hour stints?
That's 3. Yeah, exactly.
We're all too old for this shit, man. My back can barely take it. Sitting here for 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing, and then at about 7:30, my D&D group's meeting up. So we're gonna be I'm gonna go and do that. So
yeah.
James, you know what? Maybe this is an after podcast question, but
it can be a podcast question. Go ahead, shoot.
Maybe you and Will, would you guys be interested in a D&D campaign? Because Jamie's brother wants to play D&D, and with Roll20 and Discord, we could easily do it.
You mean like I've been doing with my group for the last year and a half?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Would you want to do that, Will? Would you be up for it?
Depending on the day and time.
Yeah, okay. That's the big thing for me. It's date and time.
Yeah, so let's figure that out. I mean, he works a lot in the summertime, but during the winter, he's free because he works at Lake Compounds. So let's see.
And by the way, I also have the DM package to a D&D and Beyond, which means I can have people make character sheets and use all the supplements that I've already bought, so they don't need to have the stuff bought on it. So
excellent. Okay.
If you're playing,
playing
5, but that's an after show thing.
That's it. If I know I got enough people, then I'll be like, hey, yeah, we can play a game. I just need 1 or 2 more people. We'll be good to go. But okay, cool. Anyways, yes. So I'm going to be streaming. Luckily, I have been hitting up everybody I freaking know, and I'm at 1165 already.
Yeah. You are.
You are absolutely killing it, and thankfully this year I managed to get you on board the team.
Yeah, well, last year I forgot.
Giant bomb out,
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm at 1165 right now. So I got my gold medal, which that's what I was really pushing for. This will be my 8th medal, which I'm super stoked for.
Wow.
My 2nd gold. My issue right now, like I was talking to Will, is I have nothing to play. There's nothing out. My backlog is pretty much done. I mean, I got a couple Senran Kagura games, which I'll probably play because, waifus and big bouncy boobs and panty shots.
Yep.
I mean, Why not?
That was good.
And I got Peacha Beacha Splash, which is a funny ass game, which I should play more of because that game's hilarious. Actually, if you have not seen Senran Kagura's Peacha Beacha Splash, look it up. You basically fight each other with water guns. Okay, so it's fighting each other with water guns where you do enough damage where you down the person and then you have to spray their bathing suit off. So they're in a like weird position and then you're just spraying their panties or spraying their breasts and then the thing pops off and then it's obviously just two bright lights where it's like just like she's like it's hilarious. I don't even know if you could stream it on Twitch because it might be a little too dirty.
Very, very doubtful.
I have to look up and see if that game's banned, but if it's not, I will totally stream that shit because it is fucking hilarious.
I think that skirts the line of toss. I mean,
I think it's
Akihabara, wasn't that like the name of another one that was like you were like fighting zombies and like clothing got ripped off and stuff?
I mean, Tim shows it best there when he emote.
Actually, there's games on Twitch. There's somebody had some videos on here, so
Jesus.
I don't know. I'll have to look into it before I jump on it because obviously,
I mean,
obviously, I don't want to get fucked. It's a Guru banned on Twitch, by the way. Kind of interested in streaming SL Versus in Friday. None of them are. The prohibited games are straight up adult only.
Yeah.
So no honey pop.
Yes, correct. It's not banned, but the whole focus of the stream should not be the suggestive scenes. They lifted the ban in 2015. Okay, so I can't just sit there and on that one part for 20 minutes being like, ooh.
So let's break this down frame by frame.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll probably stream it. I know Will be he'll be all in on checking that shit out. So yeah, earlier in the season, Extra Life, they did their tabletop gaming, and if you'd raise $75 during that, you got did you get your metal D20, dude?
Did Will? Will handles the account. I just sit here and
that's right.
I wasn't offered a metal D20.
Yeah, so if you were a platinum member, you got a metal D20.
I was the platinum member last year. I went for it this year.
No, this was this year. But you had to have had $75 during that. I think it was in October.
Yeah, no.
Dude, this thing is fucking diesel. Like diesel. I spent my own money. I usually donate to myself anyways, but I donated $75 so I could get that D20, but it's awesome. It rolls terrible because you roll it and it just drops. It's like
no, that's how metal dice work. It's just
it's
if you want to make a statement.
Right, correct. You're like, well, we're doing this. Stealth check, boom.
Stealth check, clang.
Yeah. But yeah, so my issue is I don't have anything to play. I've been playing Final Fantasy 14, so I'm probably gonna play that. Obviously I won't be streaming much, unfortunately. I'll be on and off stream probably. I got a couple friends coming over. We'll probably play Smash Brothers and some fighting games. I might pick up Hades.
Mm-hmm.
Hades
because I was talking to you about that. Is it good? Okay, so I'll probably end up picking that up. But this year is like nothing, which sucks because if Extra Life was 1 week, if Extra Life was 1 week later, which I say every year, we'd have our PS5s. I've had Demon Souls, Sackboy, Astrobot, freaking Valhalla, like all these games to freaking play. But
I don't.
Yeah, so it's PS5. I'm kind of upset about this year. Like I don't have much, but I'll make do. And I won't be bored. Trust me.
Do you have Game Pass?
I do, but I haven't fired up my Xbox, and I don't even know why I own the thing. It's getting traded in when I buy my PS5.
Yeah.
And then, like an idiot, once the
Series X.
Yes, I'll get the Series X. It's just
get the fridge.
I'll get the fridge. I mean, with the All Access program for $35 a month, you really can't go wrong. I don't have to drop that $500 investment right away. So I'll probably do that. Actually, no, Will. I canceled my Games Pass.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I canceled because I wasn't playing it. I'm like, well, I'm just going to cancel everything until I get an X.
There's actually something I was listening to where they said that they're our buddy Jeff Keighley, everybody's friend, but mainly Hideo Kojima's best friend, he has kind of Zoom calls with like industry people before like he does a show on Twitch, or like how he gets up. And they said that like they had a call with like Gabe Newell and Spencer, head of Xbox, and they said they're like, oh yeah, we've been working together on something for a while now. And everybody's like, oh my god, is Steam coming to Xbox? Is Steam coming to Xbox? Is that what's going to happen? You'll play your Steam games on Xbox? And I was thinking about it, and I was like, no, what if it's the other way around?
No, it's Games Pass coming to Steam.
Game Pass coming to Steam.
Yeah, which I don't know why they would do that, because Games Pass is on all Windows PCs.
Yeah, but remember, Steam has different stores. They have they have the PC Steam store, they have the Mac Steam store, and then they have the Linux Steam store. Which means,
oh yeah, so it could come to Mac and Linux.
But also, it's just another. It's just another avenue for them, because let's be honest.
That's all.
What's the Windows? Does anybody bought anything off of the Windows 10 store?
No, I only got Flight Simulator, but I got it for free because I had Games Pass.
So it's
yeah,
just another. It's another way for them to get
Yeah.
their product out there. If they brought trust me, if they brought Games Pass to Steam, I would probably get Games Pass, because then at that point I'm like, the Steam interface is a lot better.
Yeah.
Because I tried to download Phantasy Star online when it came out.
It's a nightmare.
Oh, it was
3 hours later.
3 hours later in like 2 different install folders, and it didn't delete the previous install folder. You need to have admin access delete. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Came out on Steam.
Nope, you're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong at all. And that's another thing. Is like I want to play Genshin Impact. I don't know if you guys seen that game.
I've been playing it.
I want to get into that. Do you like it?
Yeah.
I played a little bit and then I got bored of it, but I might just fire it back up again.
You need to, once you like hit the certain adventure ranks, then and the game starts opening up.
That's right, and I'm still in the beginning where I met the girl with the red hair, the fire chick, which I'm telling. Listen, this is the first hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to play more of that. That game's fun.
Yeah, you sink some time. It's very Legend of Zelda vibes, but like once you get into it, and you get further into it, it really does expand out.
Yeah. And
I've
been wanting to get the Pokemon expansions. I'm sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, and they have a 1.1 is coming out November 11th for Genshin.
Yes, and they're adding a bunch of shit to it.
After Extra...
I don't know, man. After Extra Life. The fuck, dude. Every fucking year, it's just inevitable. But whatever. We make do. We're gamers. We freaking play shit. But what I gotta say is, I really like Extra Life's Twitter account. Like, they're always. I don't know if it's like this with everybody, but they're always messaging me or replying to the tweets.
Yeah, they're liking a lot of ours when they
liking tweets, and I get messages. They're like, "You're amazing," blah blah, and I'm like, "No, you're amazing."
You're breathtaking.
But they're very like interactive with at least me. I don't know how they are with anybody else, but I was really surprised.
We've had people come in. Like, Extra Life will drop into your chat and like talk to you for a little while if you're streaming, no matter like the size of the stream. Like, if you're doing it, somebody
cool.
will drop in, and it's like, maybe they're there for 5 minutes, but who gives a shit? They're there for 5 minutes.
Yeah. I have no following on Twitch, so it's nice when anybody stops by. It's always nice. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Should we talk about what I've been playing, which really hasn't been much?
You can, absolutely.
I mean, I've been playing Final Fantasy 14. I got back into it with Wilburn and Pat, his brother. It's fun, actually. The story stuff is cool. They added and changed a lot of stuff. Like, tanking, you used to actually have a tank stance, but they got rid of it. So now tanks, you just turn on tank stance, and you don't have a DPS or a tank stance now. It's just tank stance, and you get all the aggro. Like, it's easy mode now. It's kind of sad, but it's still fun. It's a fun game. Right now, you can play for free up until level 70. Right now.
Yeah,
and I think you get the first expansion, which is Heaven's Ward. Maybe it's level 60. You can play up to for free, and you get the Road to 70 buff, which, I mean, you level up like a freaking maniac. I don't know if it's on PS4. It might just be on PC for the free game, but definitely worth checking out. Definitely check it out. It's fun. It's free. If it bores you, just uninstall it. You'll lose maybe a half hour to an hour of your time. Blaine started getting me into Guild Wars 2 because he hates Final Fantasy. He thinks it's bland.
Guild Wars is definitely the counterculture to any of the other major
very
MMOs.
yeah. So I've been dabbling with that, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like Final Fantasy, I could jump in and tell you everything. Guild Wars, I'm like, I don't know, just click this, kill some shit, and call it a day. I have no idea what I'm doing. And what I really wanted to talk to you guys, Will, remember like back in the day where I was always like, dude, I wish we could play board games. You guys are playing Munchkin all the time. Like, what the fuck? Remember how I was like always trying to figure out how to. I don't know if any of you have downloaded this or bought it, and if you haven't, you probably should if you're into board games. Tabletop Simulator.
Yes, you can create your own stuff as well.
Listen, I screamed that I was kind of hesitant on it before, but Tabletop Simulator, the mods these people build for this are amazing, absolutely amazing. Our Thursday night group, we play Gloomhaven. The script is absolutely amazing. It's awesome. Last night we played my Giant Killer Robots game, James, that we played.
Yeah.
Played it on Tabletop Simulator. The script was absolutely amazing. And it's free. Like you buy Tabletop Simulator, but all the mods people make, free. You just go into the Steam Workshop and download the mod. And the scripts are excellent. Like
there's some pay for stuff, but that's officially licensed stuff too.
Officially licensed stuff, which is really good. But like Giant Killer Robots, free. I own the game. I own the box, absolutely free, which was absolutely amazing.
I played board games with Ben recently, and we were playing. Was it? I forget the hell it goes. It's Intergalactic Empires or something like that. I forget the name of it. It's the one where like you have like your species, and then you have 4 planets. Everybody else has 4 planets, and you want to land your ships on them and get 4 planets. And I was like, man, this would be great on Tabletop Simulator. And Ben's like, oh, I have it. And he's like, he's like, I have it, and I have it on Tabletop Simulator. And he's like, oh, and by the way, since I own it on Tabletop Simulator, I can have anybody play the game with me. They don't need it.
Oh, they don't need it?
No. They said because I can invite you to play it with me, and then you can play through a browser.
No shit. See, that's pretty freaking cool.
So that's the because he has the paid for version of it. Like he bought the module for that specific game, and that's the bonus of this. Like other people don't need to have that. They can
play it. Okay,
they can just play it.
Yeah. So Will, we could play Munchkin.
Wow.
Because I know you love Munchkin. They have Munchkin's the what the hell is it? Munchkin Deluxe, which I think is that the
That's mostly the original with some of the expansion bits to it.
Okay, gotcha. I thought they had. No, maybe they don't have the dungeon one. Which one was that called? Do you remember?
The dungeon expansions were literally just like Dizzy Dungeons. But it was just like little it was just like little add-ons for it. Where just the dungeon one where you just pop those in and
gotcha. Okay, yeah.
Appear.
They have like regular Munch. I mean, listen, it's if you want to play board games with friends and you don't own this yet, absolutely worth getting.
It's 15 quid on the UK Steam store.
Yep, super cheap. Most of the mods, like almost any game you could think of, is on here. You can play Monopoly, like anything. I think even Trouble is on here. Yeah, Trouble's on here. Like the Pop-O-Matic Trouble, baby.
we don't try not to say Monopoly around here these past couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. So it's a swear word around here.
Kimmy, we didn't say anything. It's all right. It's okay.
So definitely cool. Been playing a lot of games with it. Disney's Villainous, which is a very good board game, that's on here, which is really cool. But yeah, I mean, shit to check out. Definitely worth if you're gonna play some board games and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it might be something we can consider down the line for Free Play Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Like Zombicide, I always wanted to play it, never bought it, But it's on there. It's just free. You just freaking like you're playing Zombicide. It's cool.
Shh, Michael, I didn't.
Michael, I didn't. Yeah, I played Maneater. I finally beat Maneater. I was playing that in the mornings before work. That's a fun game to play before work because you just go eat people and it makes you happy. That was a fun game. I didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I did. I picked it up for $20. I'm like, holy shit, I love this game. Super fun.
So, do you not need to have Tabletop Simulator to play some of the modules, or do you need the base?
As far as I know, you at least need Tabletop
I
Simulator.
think you need the base.
Yeah, what James was talking about was his friend had paid for the one of the modules in Tabletop, and that module allowed him to add friends via a browser.
Right, because
which is a free.
Yeah, because like he's hosting the game and he's hosting it with the module. We join in because we own the base game, which is the base of like just Tabletop Simulator, and we're able to.
So yeah, reverse. Sorry, James.
Yes, that.
So reverse programmer, yes, everyone would have to normally have the game for most of the stuff. If you do get the game, and what's even cool, people put the rule books in the game. So you have everything there. Like the rule books are right on the table. You just go in, you right click. It's called select state, which makes you choose between the different pages. But all the rule books are there. Giant Killer Robots is an excellent board game. Easy game to play, easy game to teach. James played it. I assume he enjoyed playing it.
Yeah, absolutely, I did. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of laughs.
Yes,
while we were playing it.
Really fun game. Really fun game. If anyone ever wants to play, let me know if they have tabletop because I have the module, and we just played it last night with Blaine and Pat. We had a good time. But
so yeah,
that's
Maneater.
Maneater. Yeah, you got any questions about Maneater?
You a shark. You eat stuff.
You a shark. You eat shit.
You win.
I'm playing it as part of next week, so I played a little bit.
My tips are to just follow the quests that they give you, the missions, and just doing that will get you where you need to go.
Fair enough.
Because at first I kind of got lost. I'm like, oh shit, there's missions to do, and I started doing that, and then that's when I started getting bigger and bigger. Really, it's a really fun game. I gotta say, hilarious.
And it's voiced by one of the former SNL actors too.
It's voiced by Jerry from fucking Rick and Morty.
Nick Parnell? Is it Nick Parnell? I think.
Is that who does it? I have no idea. I just know it's Jerry. To me, he's Jerry. Let me find out who it is. He recorded a lot of dialogue for that because a lot of the times, Chris Parnell, you're right.
Yep, Chris Parnell, who is the voice of Jerry, so it's him.
Oh, I didn't realize that was Chris Parnell. Okay.
Yep.
So he recorded. I rarely heard, like, towards the end of the game, I started hearing like repeat dialogue. But because I've heard, I played so much of the game, that's when it started kind of getting a little. I'm like, okay. But after that, I mean, besides that, the game was pretty fun, pretty repetitive. But you're a shark eating shit, so. What else do you expect? Right. What else do you want? You're a shark eating shit and ramming into fucking ships and stuff. So it's a palate cleanser. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a $20 palate cleanser. Who gives a shit? Just go eat shit, fight hunters, and the story was kind of hilarious.
So that for anybody who wants to play that on PC, that is an Epic Game Store's exclusive.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Goddamn Epic Games.
Oh, hiss and all that.
Yeah.
So is that all you've been playing, dude?
That's about it, man. Like I said, it's been dry. Did a couple runs of Darkest Dungeon, and I just suck at that game, so I just staying away from it now.
Mod it.
Why, does it make it easier?
Yeah, you can get some pretty ridiculous shit. Like there's some pretty cool balance mods to it, but there's also some pretty cool like I've done a couple of mods where it's like the stack sizes can be bigger, so you can like hold more gold and stuff in your bags. There's also
okay.
There's also just ones that like may make it like just a little bit easier to play through. Because I did one playthrough of that where I modded it to make it really easy and added a few broken characters in, and then like kind of like taught myself the game and then went from there.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm playing on console, so I can't mod it, but It's a hard game. Not for me. I'd rather sit there and play Dark Souls any day of the week before I play that game. To be honest with you, it's a hard game, and I played on normal, but there is an easy mode. But what's the fun in that, you know?
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, that's really it, man. I want to play Smash Brothers. I want to play all this shit, but I just haven't. I've been I've been playing the Pokemon TCG on, on PC. That's always fun. Pokemon.
Fair enough.
It's
Well,
free to play, so.
okie dokie. Right. What I've been playing, I played another match in Snooker 19. Yeah, it was a qualifying match, so I had a little bit of trouble with it, but it wasn't terrible. I got two century breaks, which is quite nice. Driving like a madman on a Assetto Corsa, bashing people out the way, making their cars flip up like shit.
Aren't you not supposed to do that?
Yeah, you're not supposed to, but I've been watching James on F1. I've been.
Oh, okay. So James is teaching you how to drive.
Yeah, James is teaching me how to eat.
Yeah.
I'm trying to teach James how to drive. James is teaching me how to eat.
To quote our good
man.
friend Mr. Jimmy Broadbent, drive fast and eat ass.
And I have been trying to teach James, please. No Pantorino, James.
I don't understand this. What is this brake you keep speaking of? It's not the gas. It doesn't make me go faster.
This is bullshit.
So there's that. I recorded another F1 Season 2 race in Austria last week, which I'm not liable to say anything because it's spoilers and it's for next season, which we do have an announcement coming up about later on. Continue some more of Animal Super Squad, which, if you do not know what this is, it is the best way to describe it is kind of like Little Big Planet meets Trials Fusion.
Okay.
Where you play as a chicken, you roll around, you get burned, so you become cooked chicken. You can drive as a toilet using farts as power. And yeah, it's like Trials Fusion with frustrating as fuck levels
That's
on
amazing.
there. It is. It's. I think it's about £10 on PSN, but I've got it via Steam because those humble bundles that Jingle Jam, the Yogscast, do every year. It's for charity. I get a shit ton of games. Where's the downside? I find little gems like this. It's very, very silly, but the levels are frustrating. You do have to sort of pay attention to them. And you can get other vehicles as well, like a bicycle with two propellers on it. So you do have to sort of try to learn to fly and adjust for that, with the momentum on it. It's quite fun. It's a lot of fun. I think hopefully this week I finish it. Double fingers crossed on it. But so there's that. I completed Apothian, which is a Metroidvania set in ancient Greece, where you go and be annoying to some gods because the gods killed your family.
Okay, fair enough. What game is this?
Apothian.
Apothian. Okay.
Yeah, it's quite fun. The boss fights aren't too taxing. There's a couple that are some more puzzles based, rather than straight up take your sword and fucking dab at them.
Yep.
So there's a little bit more thought into there, but yeah, I mean it's about 8 hours long. So you could play that in a day or a big stream. It's I mean it's the art style is quite different to normal.
It's like a Greek vase kind of an art. Like you kind of see
that's
like
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So again, it's I think I got it on Game PS Plus a while back now when they offered it. I think that's where I got it from. But yeah, I gave it 3 chests out of 5. In the Bionic JT, how many chests do you give that, Will? So yeah, it's middling.
That's awesome.
It's not horrible. It's not horrible by any means, but it's not fantastic. it's straight down the middle. Then, of course, some more 100% orange juice. Getting myself shanked by Robin on the way to victory. Just been taking some more puzzles out of Crypto by Pogi ready for next week, so I don't have to trawl through some of those to get to some of the trophies, which I'll call about in a bit. Well, qualifying was on. I played some more Bejeweled 3, just pissing about that, and some more Fall Guys with Geo and Letitia Lemon.
Are you guys liking Fall Guys?
No.
James
does not like it. Okay, James hates it.
Well, there's a clip on our Twitch here where we were playing Fall Guys on Free Play Friday, and for the past 4 weeks I had complained about how much I hated the game.
Mm-hmm.
I proceeded to my last time ever playing Fall Guys win. I won, and then proceeded to go on stream and show them as I uninstalled it from my computer because I said I beat the game. I won. I don't ever need to play this game.
That was it. You never need to play again.
Yep,
That's amazing.
I won. I beat the game. Uninstalled it.
If you're gonna quit on top, babe.
That's exactly it. That's what I did.
That's awesome.
There was a couple of there's a couple of new games and that I don't like War Guys. But I've said this to Tish, but I do want to say this publicly. Playing on PC with Crafty Rebel, and there was the new version of the rings where you have to get you have to get individual points rather than team one. Crafty Rebel sacrificed herself to help me get a gold ring to go through.
That's awesome.
Which is very, very sweet of her to do that. She's absolutely amazing doing that shit. And pity I didn't get the win, but we did get to the last round, so.
I can see it going down like, you can do it!
Don't let my sacrifice.
Yeah, exactly.
But, so yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing. Okay, we've got big announcements coming up. Obviously the first one is Extra Life coming up this coming week. I go from 3 to 11 p.m. UK time. James is going from Sunday, so it's about what did we say, 11 a.m.
11, 12ish to 8 hours from then.
Yeah, and what I'm going to be doing on my run is trophy hunting. But it's not going to be a normal sort of trophy hunting I've done before. No. We're going to be using a website called PSN Profiles, which tracks all your trophies. Now, if you go on to PSN Profiles, you can go onto your page and it shows you things like logs your trophies, how much you've done, how many you've still to do. There's a tab on there called Trophy Advisor, which takes you onto all your trophies that you haven't earned yet. Okay. I'm doing that where I'm flicking the platform tab to just PS4, and I'm working down from the percentage of completion of people who own the game and have got these trophies. So, like for example, the first one I'm going for is called Warming Up on Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is essentially win a battle. Now, 98.96% of the people who own Final Fantasy on PlayStation 4 have this. And that's how it works. And then they go to the next one, which is 98.93% completed and achieved, which is Mania, which is Survive Birth, and so on like that downwards. Now, for every trophy I get like that is not a platinum, I'll be giving 50 cents to Extra Life. If I do the trophy level, when it goes, we go up a level of the trophies, I'll be giving $2 to Extra Life. If I get a platinum during this run, for every platinum I get is $10 to Extra Life. So this could run up quite high, which is I'm hoping for, because I want to give a little bit help out this year with it, because it's this year is shit enough. Kids being in hospital is it's worse for them with the fact that COVID is on the rise again.
Yeah, which is terrible.
We don't want them to have that. So if we could help out in any way, then this is an easy win for me to do this sort of thing. So if you can donate, even if it's $1, please do. will gladly accept it for them. And we see none of it. It goes straight to them. And all of it goes to them. There's no fees. It's straight to them. So that's kind of my run. I know, James, you said you were going to be doing the other F1 races, didn't you?
Yes.
Milestones are met.
We are going to, pending other things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at you, chat. I'm gonna try and finish F1. We're gonna try and finish now. Mind you, remember that this has evolved. My playing of this has evolved through the times. It's a lot more physically taxing than it was when we originally started. Originally, it was just me fucking about with this. Now, I have a force feedback driving wheel and freaking pedals. So it is a whole body experience. And as Will can tell you, I sweat at the end of these. At the end of one race that is like an hour and 20 minutes long.
You're sweating at the end of driving.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's upshifting, downshifting, turning a wheel, getting both of your feet. I mean, like you're driving a car, but like you're driving it and you're making the split points. I'm nowhere saying I am a anywhere close to a sim racer, but you work. It makes you work. So
that's awesome.
We
all know what I'm like after one race. Imagine me needing to do what we said 4 to finish.
Well, there's 5 because it's Japan. Because you'll be doing Japan, you'll be doing USA, Mexico, Brazil, Abu Dhabi.
Yes. Yep.
Damn, so you're making a run.
I'm making a run. And the thing is, too, they're not full races. Will does the 100% where they're like 60 laps. I'm doing 50%. But so still, like, if a race was 60, I'm doing 30 laps, plus practice laps, plus qualifying.
Yeah. So you have the stress and the of needing to perform at the top as fast as you can for each one.
With the difficulty at 70% out of 110, which is the maximum you can put it at. So I'm now at hard difficulty.
Holy shit! So you have no driving assist, basically, right?
I do. It's an automatic gearbox, so it is automatic, so I don't have to worry about clutch. But it's more AI difficulty, so they're more aggressive. They're better at driving. The robots are better. So I have what I have available to me is DRS is automatic, so drag resistance automatically triggers, and it's an automatic gearbox. That being said, I've got the gear. I can upshift and downshift if I want, and in a lot of cases I do that because it's more efficient for me to downshift through a corner than it is for us to brake through a corner.
Yep.
But at the same time, there's a lot of turns. I mean, we just did Singapore, 23 turns, the most of any circuit. In the wet?
Yep.
With a car that started from being the worst on the grid and having to develop. So, yeah, it's going to be...
Right, because you had to build your team and everything, right?
Build my team, build my car. Yeah. We had the worst car. So, like, we have, like, where, like, Mercedes has, like, the best aero package and engine. Being... Obviously, if you could develop your aero, your durability, your chassis, or your engine, Ed, as an American, what do you think I chose to develop the most?
I mean, motor.
Yeah, we go fast.
You gotta go fast, bro.
The car is rapid.
If you're not first, you're last, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, exactly. When it comes to turn the son of a bitch, we have some problems.
Oh no, just listen. Use the other car in front of you.
Have we done that before?
Yeah, so they penalize you for doing that.
I'm not saying that
those guys just don't know how to drive.
I'm not saying that last week I took Sebastian Vettel out. I completely mugged the shit out of him, but I may have caused him to lose 4 places because I damaged his wing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mugged him out of a corner, and then he rear-ended me, and he destroyed his wing, and I was like, "Fuck, bye, later, bitch."
So, with the Formula One in mind, let's get the first 2 announcements out of the way. Thanks to the unexpected but wonderful generosity of Bound JT, last week he bought me a copy of Formula One 2020 on PC.
Oh, awesome!
Which is, again, it's extremely lovely of him to do. So James and myself have come up with a a solution of sorts of having this. From season 2 of My Team that James we do on a Sunday, James is going to then shift a little bit. So I'm no longer his engineer. And he's going to put that on YouTube as well. So you'll have my team and James's team on there as a YouTube exclusives. But from the Sundays going forward for season 2, as we call it, it's going to be James versus myself in a league setup of these races. We're going head to head properly. James using his steering wheel and pedals. Me using the controller without dropping everything.
Will's got his controller. I've got the steering wheel, pedals, and of course my virginity protecting gloves.
That's amazing.
So it'll be.
Now we've said we could open this up to people if they want to join as well, don't we?
Yes, I think with the other thing too, Will, is that since we're doing it in a format, there has to be parity throughout it. So I think we have to be on the same team, in a sense that like if we're racing, we either have to both be in a Renault or both be in an AlphaTauri. We have to be on the same thing, because then that way we're using the same material. We're using the same car.
Yes. I agree with that one. I think that's a good idea. But also we'll have to either get chat to see what car they want us in, what team they want us in.
But that's the reason for the rush on Sunday, to use Extra Life to finish the season, so you get head-to-head Will v. James F1 racing. And you guys get to decide. We're not telling you guys you have to choose sides.
No. Because you can watch it both.
Yeah.
And then both of those will be on YouTube as well. So YouTube, for a lot of it, is going to become a lot more F1 orientated.
I mean, once again, we're not saying F1 has been this channel is turning into an F1 channel, but the one time we did an F1 stream on a Wednesday night, we got a 200-person raid. So
that's awesome.
You kind of
pushes it in that favor a bit, doesn't it?
Right.
But talking about our YouTube channel, we have some other bit of news for you. This week, it has been negotiated that coming soon to our TGWPIS YouTube channel are going to be some reviews, some game reviews coming on from the lovely Letitia Lemon.
How is Miss Lemon doing?
She's doing. She could be doing better.
Okay.
Her job's sort of up in the air because of lockdown.
Yeah, well, I mean, realistically, whose job isn't freaking up in the air when that shit?
Yeah, I mean, the plus side is she can do her voice acting stuff.
Good for her.
Which is going gangbusters. She was in. Oh, what was that film she was in? The one about the virus outbreak. I can't remember what the name it was, but it's like a sort of visual novel where you make choices in. She appeared in that. She was actually in that as a member of the public on the tube.
Awesome.
Along with Leviathan, when she was on there as well. So you see Tish in there, but she does a lot of voice work. She has done videos for Fallout London mod that's coming.
Cool.
So she's like narrating those on YouTube. So there's a lot of good stuff. And so, because she wants to do other bits that are not necessarily Twitch, but she's been given games and that she can review. So
of course.
She's looking for a home for them to be on. And Geo goes, well, Lord knows of a place or two that it may be able to go to. Boulder's Brass, which I think is brilliant. It's like, well, yes, I do. So we talked about it, and she wants to put them on our channel, which is amazing.
Sweet.
Which we're happy to have, and if she at any point wants to take them and put them on her own channel, we'll be happy to facilitate that for her too.
Yeah. Right.
Essentially, we're not. I guess we should say we're not paying her to do this. She's doing this and she just wants a home where people can view them. So we're providing that for her. We're not charging her anything. She's not charging us. She's going to own her videos and own the content on them. And if she ever wants to get rid of them or move them around, we facilitate that. So we're happy to help.
So welcome on board, Letitia Lemon.
Yeah, good for her. That's awesome.
More work for me. Yep. Oh yeah, by the way, Will, Japan is live.
Nice. So now people can see it.
Oh, they're going?
And
qualifying. This week in Will's F1 series, Japan qualifying happens on Saturday.
Oh,
the video goes live today for the qualifying, tomorrow for the race. So I may or may not have done that while we were on the podcast. Tagging, releasing videos, scheduling times, that stuff.
Normal shit.
Normal shit.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah. Does anybody have anything else for the good of the order?
Nope, I don't think I do.
Well, everybody, stay safe. If you are going to do anything for it today, have a happy Halloween. Stay safe.
Oh yeah, please
stay safe.
I forgot today's Halloween, and don't forget to bring your clocks back if you're in the U.S.
Yeah. If you're more like most of us now, you just have your alarm set on your cell phone and it automatically updates anyways. So
yeah. and don't be like me and forget. Hour early last night, like it's 9:45. I'll probably hang around and see, and then probably talk to Robin before I see James and Chris. Oh wait, they're in. Oh shit! Yeah, it's an hour, isn't it? Shit.
Yes. Don't forget daylight savings time. Be safe. November's tomorrow. If I hear any of you playing Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You," I'm punching you in the face, right in the jaw.
Right in the jaw.
Right in the
just
jaw.
Just don't do it on Twitch, otherwise you could get
Christmas music should not be played until after Thanksgiving. That should be a law.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's just right in the face. All of us who have worked retail know the horrors of that song.
Oh.
It is so just one of these days.
I love it.
But yeah,
I love it.
If anybody else doesn't have anything else, I've broken Will. He's the Lard Team Maker. You can see him almost any time on twitch.tv/Lard Team Maker. He streams. I know if he will be on Sunday morning, and also a smattering of streams throughout the week, and he will be starting on Friday for his Extra Life. That has been Yeahbeer. You can find him probably on and off during his Extra Life stream, 24 hours. He may do some streaming. He may not. Give him a follow. Follow him. Give him a sub. I don't even know. Are you affiliated? Can they give you shit?
No.
Okay.
No, they can't give me shit. I have not streamed enough for any of that.
Donate to Extra Life in his name then. Do that. That's where you should put your money then. But we will be hosting you if we're not live with our stuff because you are on our auto hosts. I know this because I've managed that. I have been James here streaming on TGWPIS because let's just be honest, there's no point of doing it on my own one. You're all come to see this show anyway, so let's use the pre-existing audience, guys. It's just easier that way.
Damn right.
All right. Hope you've all had fun. I haven't looked to see if we should rate anybody, so I'm going to do that while the music's playing. But we've been TGWPIS, you've been you. Have a wonderful time. This outro has gone on way too long, and I secretly love all of you. I love you so much. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.